I started doing this, I had no idea it was going to turn into a full-time job. But in the last 10 years or so, there's been a lot of changes to the KitchenAid mixer, which has left people wanting more. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, when you look at these machines, they look very similar, but there's one glaring difference. You see this little plastic brush housing right here? It does not exist on this model. And that's because in 2023, they actually changed the design of the mixer itself internally. Now let's get inside here real quick. We'll show you the differences between these machines, the issues they face, and how we fix those. Ooh, shiny. Let's start with what's behind the back caps here. And from the back, they actually look pretty dang similar, but they couldn't be more different. All right, let's start by looking at the old design. So take a look here. You had a field assembly, you had the motor armature, and you had a bearing bracket. The rest of the stuff back here is, in fact, the same. On the new one, you don't have individual components. You only have a full motor assembly. So you have a front and rear bracket. You still have the field assembly, and you have the motor armature, but it all comes as one piece, and it is now drop-in unit, which means that if any of these components fail, they're no longer available. You have to replace this whole unit. Things like the carbon motor brushes that hide behind these caps are now no longer serviceable parts, and they fail. Now, it does take a lot to wear those down, but those are actually mounted right here in this housing. Again, no longer serviceable. That's just the icing on the cake. Well, I'll show you how we make these machines better. Now, before we get inside, let's just start with the basics. You know about the head bouncing up and down. If that is happening, your attachments are hitting the bottom of that bowl. Now, we already know about the head bouncing up and down. If that is happening, your attachments are hitting the bottom of that bowl, which is why we invented the EverDime. And that installs behind this screw right here in the neck, but before we get there, you notice there's no spring and washer here anymore. That's right, that's just another part that they took away from the machine. But don't worry, we have those as well. Now with the EverDime, we go ahead, we remove this screw in the neck. And once that screw is removed, we slide it through the head of the EverDime just like that. And then we simply reinstall this screw. Once the EverDime is installed, we put on a paddle and we do what's called a dime test, where we toss a dime into the bottom of the bowl, turn it on, and the paddle should just pass around and give that dime just a light flick on each rotation, which should eliminate that head bounce. There's just one problem. Take a look at what happens when I apply some upward pressure here. Those locks actually disengage now, allowing the head to bust loose. This has nothing to do with the EverDime. The EverDime sets the paddle exactly where it needs to be. There's an issue with the lock. And we'll get inside and show you as soon as we install this spring and washer. It literally just slides over the shaft just like this. We split this like a key ring, and then we'll just twist that spring up into place. And then we're gonna do the same thing with our washer here, and then just bend that back up into place, giving us a brand new spring and washer that holds tension down on that paddle, keeping it driven down into the bottom of the bowl to make sure all your ingredients are incorporated properly. All right, this is where the fun begins. There are 3 things in here that are gonna have to be changed, starting with this lock. Now, if you look down here, you can see it is not seated all the way. So we actually have to remove these locks. So we have to do a little bit of fabrication. And once that's taken care of, this head no longer has any bounce, and it will not slip if we apply upward pressure. Now, any of the machines that we offer or that we repair, they are going to have these upgrades done to them. Now, the next thing that we're going to take a look at, see these black specks right here all in this grease? That is caused by these bushings right here. Take a look. They are plastic. That gear is not supposed to move around in there, and it definitely does. So I actually have to take these gears and I have to tear them down. And I take them down just to the tower where I reveal these plastic bushings. And I have to put this in my press out these bushings here. And then I have to replace them with new brass bushings. And just like I took it apart, I rebuilt it, and now we have a brand new worm gear tower. This thing is gonna last indefinitely as opposed to this plastic. Now I have all of this stuff manufactured for me so I can just offer a superior product. And as you can tell, I have a lot more of these to tear down and replace, because I also offer all of this stuff to people to DIY. All right, we're gonna move over to the upper housing here. The last thing we're gonna look at here, this push rod right here. This is actually plastic. It sits right on top of this field assembly right here. Here's a better look at this. I pulled this out of another machine, but as you can tell, those get hot and they melt, and when that happens, this speed control no longer works, which renders your machine useless. But would you believe it? We custom manufacture those too, and we do it out of metal. And replacing it requires me to remove this back speed plate and this speed lever as well. And once that is removed, I can go ahead and slide out that push rod. And I also had to custom manufacture this spring brace, which sits underneath that push rod and keeps it up off of that field assembly so that it doesn't get hot. Take a look at that. We got the spring brace in place. This thing is now ready to rock. This thing's ready to be put back together. And once we throw this thing back together, this thing is as close to perfect as you can get. Take a listen to that, baby. Now these upgrades are going to add years of useful life to these machines and prevent them from breaking down, really taking them and turning them back into machines that are going to last decades. So whether you are looking for a new machine, send your mixer in for repair, or get the parts and DIY it yourself, we can help you every step along that way. Mr. Mixer, making mixers better since 2020.